So yeah, that's one of their really cool coatings on the blade. It's like a ceramic type coating. Let me see if I can zoom in now. It's a little bit better look. You can see the butterfly and the tip. That's a look at the handle. So another thing that is hard to tell on these knives that you really can't tell what, sorry about that, that you really can't tell. This handle is made out of 6061 T6 aluminum. So it is solid. You can't undo it. Let me show you something. So I got here a Bugout 535 in gray, and I just wanted to compare it, because a lot of people wonder, well, should I get a Bugout or should I get a Bailout? So I'll show you a few of the differences. And this is an authentic one, so one of the things that you can see the difference here, the Bailout's quite a bit bigger. The other thing you got to look out for is there is a lot of fakes of both of these. This is G10, so, or not, excuse me, not G10. This is like an FRN, fiberglass reinforced nylon, or Zytel, whatever Benchmade's calling it. But you can see the flexing there. This is a lot cheaper quality knife. Now it's a little bit lighter. We'll get into some of that in a little bit. It's a little bit lighter, but I can just tell you right off the bat, it's a lot feels cheaper. This feels like a heavy duty kick-ass knife. This one feels like a really lightweight knife that you would probably take on a trek. If you were going on some sort of trek, you would take this one. So for whatever that's worth. I like this because it's lightweight, the Bugout, but I like the Bailout because it seems like it's heavier duty. And a couple other features. This one has this carbide tip and this piece that sticks out here. So you could attach a lanyard hole right there. The Bugout has a lanyard place right there. For the clip, you can put that here or here. And by the way, this is a really nice deep carry pocket clip. I'm going to zoom into the handle and give you guys some of the up-close looks at the handle. Some of the discoloration here is from oil that they used. So look on the inside. So look at the access lock mechanism. Now, not sure for you guys out there if your first time, Benchmade, and you're thinking about you're getting your first Benchmade, and you're wondering a little bit about Benchmade, and you've not had a Benchmade before. Look at the centering, very good centering. One of the things that I really like, because I've handled quite a few of these Benchmades over the years, quite a few, I mean hundreds. But one of the things that I think separates Benchmade from a lot of the other companies out there is this locking mechanism. And this was patented by Benchmade, but created by what was that guy's name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Well, I can't remember, but I think Jason Williams and McHenry was who it was. So I think it was a father and a stepson. They actually are, pretty legendary knife makers in and of themselves. But back in around 1999, they patented this mechanism. And ever since, Benchmade's been using it on most of their really high-end knives. They do have some liner locks and some other various locking mechanisms, but the majority of their top-end knives all use this access lock. And what that allows you to do is it has really good detent, even right there. You see how it pushes that back? Like if I go right to there, it snaps right back. So the reason that I like that is it's never going to come undone in your pocket or if you're using it or anywhere else. That's a huge advantage to these. The other thing that I really like about it is it's smooth as silk. So one hand opening, one hand closing. So that's a huge thing. For instance, I like the buck knives a lot, but they don't use that mechanism. So it's a lot more challenging to get this blade out. In fact, they put this notch here so you can use your thumb and use two hands. And if you want to close it, you got to use two hands there. This here is far superior. And that's why it's caught on. It's so smooth. In fact, what a lot of folks do once they get really good at this, and this knife's probably not broken, but after you do this about 1,000 times, you can just push down like this and just snap your wrist and you can open it. And you can do the same thing to close it. You see how smooth that was? That's what makes these really, really kick butt. So highly recommend that access lock. And by the way, their patent expired, and now you're starting to see this on some other knife manufacturers. And one of the things that people thought about originally was, well, how strong is that going to be? Is that going to hold up? Is that going to do well? Yeah, it's held up very well. In fact, we can look at our Griptilian. This is, I like to think the Bugout is the small version of the Griptilian, kind of. The Griptilian's been using that as well since about the same time, and these have held up amazingly well over time. And then you look at some of your bigger Benchmades, they use it too. So they don't get much bigger than this Contigo, and that uses it as well. So really nice locking mechanisms on these. Back to the comparisons, this is bigger. It's got the aluminum. It's got a little bit better steel. If you believe M4 is better than say S30V, which in some cases I think it is a little bit more durable. I like this Tanto tip. That's a very useful tip for defense and piercing things, that kind of stuff. And you still got a long blade there. So overall, I think that's really kind of badass. And I like that it's made out of these aluminum. That was the thing I didn't like about the Bugout. It didn't use these aluminum handles on the basic versions. Now they've made some other versions where, yeah, you can, you can upgrade your Bugouts. But this is more of your lightweight, super lightweight knife, and this is not. But hey, as long as we're talking about weight, let's compare them. Let's see what is the differences. So let's just let's start out. So the Bugout, like I said, is probably one of your lightest knives. Let's weigh that puppy, see what it comes in at. 1.8. Okay, let's try the Bailout. 2.7. So 1 ounce more for, you get those nice aluminum scales. Still under 3 ounces. So by all means, this is a very lightweight knife. Just to give you an example, I'll show you. I'll zero this out. Here's the Buck 110. 7.5. That's without the sheath. So guys, I mean, we're really splitting hairs if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to get something so much lighter. Unless you're climbing mountains and you got to count your ounces, then this one's going to probably be better for you. But then there's even some other options that I may recommend. But if you're not worried about mountain climbing or long endurance kind of Appalachian Trail or some of that kind of stuff, then you're going to be just fine either one. So yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums it up. I like the Bailout. Would I recommend it? Hell yeah, I'd recommend it. Great knife, great addition to the Benchmade family. The only downside that I don't like is it costs an arm and a leg. I think they're charging $200 for this, and right now it's 2021, late in the year. But they do charge a shitload for this knife. I mean, there's just no getting around that. You guys want a good knife, you're going to have to pay a lot. I mean, that's just how it is. Now, if you're looking for a knife that can do a hell of a lot of stuff, but you don't want to break the bank, check out some of these Victorinox knives. And, you can view the reviews. You just search up my channel. I've done a lot of reviews. I like this knife here. These are going for like 50 to $70 now. When I did the original review, it was only like 30, but now those are up to 70. So and you get a lot more utility out of something like this. But this one here, you know, we all want a good carrying knife. I like this one. I do like that one a lot. So, hey, that's all I got today, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my other videos. I got tons and tons of other content out there. I sharpen lots of stuff. I review fixed blade knives, flashlights, the whole ball of wax. So make sure you check out some of those videos, hit the likes on them, and check out some of the links in the description. Those help me a lot too. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.